Axiata Group Berhad, the operator of Celcom, may have chalked up commendable earnings in the first half of this year, but it is fidgeting over the high debt. This is because 60% of Axiata's operations are overseas and most of its dealings are transacted in US dollars. Axiata President and Group CEO Datuk Sri Jamaldin Ibrahim says the company is now evaluating its options to restructure the foreign currency debt, particularly those denominated in US dollars. Jamaldin says this is part of the group's attempt to reduce the exposure to volatile currency movement. Currently, Axiata's foreign currency debt stands at 9 billion ringgit, of which 69% or just over 6 billion ringgit are denominated in US dollar. As at June 30, 2015, Axiata's total borrowing stands at 14 billion ringgit. However, it is not all gloom as a weakening ringgit is a good sign for Axiata's earnings.
There's the P&L perspective. That's positive actually for us, right? As you can see, we gained 10 million ringgit this year from a P&L perspective, all the way down to the net profit. There's a capex aspect, some of which reflected in the P&L because you depreciate them, some are not. That of course hurt us because we buy in US dollar, right? So essentially, in all countries, it will increase by 5-10%, even more.
On overseas operation, Jamaldin says Axiata is also weighing the option on whether to lease the Bangladeshi unit as it seeks to comply with a local regulatory requirement.
In fact, it was true in the sense that it has been required by the authorities that we list the company. Now, they came up with a new rule with certain qualification that we do not have to. So the current status is that we are re-evaluating whether we want or why not want an IPO. So we have not decided yet at this point in time.
To recap, Axiata had previously scrapped the plan to list Robi on Bangladesh Stock Exchange. This was due to unfavorable business conditions that include uncertainty to acquire spectrum, unsettled issue of SIM replacement, and insufficient incentive for listing. For the first half of this year, Axiata saw its revenue increase by 2% to nearly 9.5 billion ringgit, while net profit jumped 6% to 1.2 billion ringgit. This was due to strong performance of the Sri Lanka and Cambodia operations. Because of the strong earnings, Axiata proposed an interim dividend of 8 cents per share. Sulhi Azman, DHTV.